It is Sunday, August the 2nd. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is the Uncle Buzz Show. I am your host, Uncle Buzz. I want to thank you for tuning in. Once again, if you haven't already, please download the Apex Radio app. Please subscribe on all social platforms. I'm with another esteemed guest of mine, good friend of mine also, you know what I'm saying, from over the border ends, you know what I'm saying. My friend Emir, please introduce yourself.
Yo, what's going on, man? It's MR, New York, Lower East Side.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man? I'm happy to be here, man. I'm happy to be here.
Blessing, bro. Blessing. The album you chose to do today. You know what I'm saying? It's a classic, bro.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna be honest with you. At the time, underappreciated. I underappreciated back then. I went back and listened to it for the purposes of this. Yeah. And I didn't realize how fire it was. Like true words at the time, even then. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Word of mouth, man.
Yes, sir.
Word of
Ludicrous
mouth.
word of mouth, man.
This is definitely oh man, for me it's top 5 album of all time for me. You know, and I choose my album. Yeah, I know. I choose albums very you know, it's all a part of nostalgia and you know what I was going on and what was going on in my life when this shit dropped and everything. And it's just so prevalent. And I feel like especially around the time, bar for bar, this is one of the best albums to come out of the South. To come out the South.
I'm telling you, I'm almost like embarrassed because like I knew he was a lyricist. I mean, he was a wordsmith, a lyricist. You see what I'm saying? Like, but like growing up at the time, it's like you're so used to, you know how it was back then. You're so used to like looking to the east for your lyrics and looking to here for your party, looking to here for your smoke music. And it's like Ludacris is one of the first niggas that was like kind of breaking that barrier down. It was like we can look there for the lyricism too and the party. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like he switched up. You know, it was different.
That was one of the reasons why I loved it so much. I'm from New York, you know, and when you're from New York, you see it as, yo, this is the Mecca. I have to rep this to the day that I die. We have the most, you know, in our opinion, we have the most lyrics, the hardest bars, the hardest this, the hardest that, and we have to, we just know and everything surrounding our music, no matter how, you know, even with the Bad Boy family and shit like that, being all flashy and shit, all of our music is still surrounded by this grimy gangsta element, you know? It's still surrounded by that. It still has that hood element to that. And almost in a way, things can be too serious, you know? So listening to this album, word of mouth, first and foremost, it is the first album I bought with my own money. Definitely the first album I bought with my own money. And one of the first that I can listen to front to back, start to finish, without any skips whatsoever. And part of that reason is because it does have that grimy gangster element in it, but it's more so it's more so hilarious, you know. It's more so, it almost gives you the vibe of like a Richard Pryor comedy album. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Oh man, it hits all those points, and the feel of it is an overall good time. And that was one of the first times I actually heard an album like that, where like the feeling is just an overall good time. I was 11 when that shit dropped. You know, I was 11, and I got stories for this shit, man. I got stories for this shit. It takes me back to certain moments when this shit dropped. I went to get it. I saw the rollout video, and it was obviously extremely animated. Yeah, very classic, very classic. Extremely animated, extremely out there. Kind of, you know, videos like that put his music up there with, you know, Missy and Busta Rhymes and all these people that had, you know.
He set himself apart, yo. He set himself apart from the pack, especially around that time, because the South was very animated, but Luda gave you a little bit of. He really did give you that Southern, but Missy elements and Timberland element, but like with a Southern twist to it. He really did, because like there's a little bit of everything. He gives you the lyricism. He's witty. He has the punchlines, visuals. You know what I'm saying? He made the music for the females. Like he really knew how to.
It's almost like as he's making the album, he's like, checking things off,
checking off the boxes. 100%.
Exactly.
100%.
Yeah.
Amazing artist, man.
And it meant so much to me. Not only do you have all this music that's just it's so fun to listen to, but also when it comes to where I'm from, you can keep up with the rappers over here.
That's right.
When it comes to like bar for bar, you're wilding. You're going ball.
And I mean, bro, consider the time that we're talking about. November 21st is released 2001. Consider the times we're talking about. 2001, that's like the rebirth of gangster New York rap again.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
New York is starting to feel itself again. We're getting the high-pitched samples. We're getting different sounds of producers here and there. Swizzy's starting to make his impact a little bit. You got Justin Kanye coming out in a couple years, in a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, everything is like starting to blossom in New York again.
Yeah.
It's
basically being
and then here comes Ludacris.
Reborn. Yeah. almost in a way shutting shit down. I don't think it was necessarily this year, but when he got on the and not to go off track a little bit, but when he got on the Made You Look remix and was able to keep up and probably just I don't want to say blow out the water and shit like that, but keep up with Jada.
And if niggas know, you had to be outside when that was played. Number one, a lot of niggas went outside, so they don't really understand like Ludacris's verse when that hit.
Yeah,
you gotta it got a level of respect on a Nas record, a summertime Nas record, and niggas was waiting to hear Luda after Jada. It's like yo,
yeah,
you gotta understand the level of respect. You know what I'm saying? On a posse record like that. On a posse record, that to get that kind of and get the ending verse to it is dope, bro. Luda did his thing.
Yeah, it definitely says, yo, like we can do this too, and it's like, oh shit,
it was the spirit of
I got it
before the Source Awards, yo. It's the spirit of Andre at the Source Awards. Exactly. Like they really carried that with them.
I don't got
that we got something to say, like
exactly. Self got something to say, man.
For real.
This album definitely it connects with me on a certain level. I definitely attach it to so many things in my life. One being my first negative experience with the police. I went to there was this huge Virgin Records on Union Square. Me and my brother went to go buy this album at Virgin Records, and as we're walking down, this is parked right down the block from me. We stopped there to look through the little the booklets. You remember back in the day, the CDs had little booklets.
You had to be outside, young people.
Exactly. And as we're on the bench, and we're going through this shit, and these fucking cops just roll up on us, flashlights in our eyes. They get out, they're checking up on, they're checking us and shit like that, and just treated us.
Usual. Shout out to that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I'm 11 at the time.
Change.
Exactly. I'm 11 at the time. I don't understand like what the fuck is going on. Like, why are you being so disrespectful to us? Why are you teaching us? Why are you treating us like that? And that's why I connect this album so much to that, and it's just like it's that nostalgia, that time. Some songs and some tracks and some albums you could just go back and remember exactly where you were when you heard this or when you got this and all that.
100%.
So it's definitely, it brings me back to that time. And another one.
It's the beauty of music, cuz. It's the beauty of music.
Exactly.
Universal language that way.
And another one similar to the story you were telling about Doggy Style, Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style, when you first got it. Son.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think the next day I was in my room and I hadn't heard it yet because that whole cop shit happened. I had gotten out and I just fell asleep. I wasn't fucking with shit no more. So I fell asleep, woke up the next day, and I wanted to play the album. So I put it on my little radio, no little CD player or whatever, press play, and the first words that come out this album, "The royal penis is clean, your highness. Thank you. King shit." and my mom's come busting in the room. Yo.
Panic. I know how it goes, man.
Takes that shit out the CD player, throws that shit out the window, yo. And it took me like 2 months to get the money to get the album again, and I bought it with headphones next time.
Next time you got the headphones.
exactly. And listen to the whole thing with no skips, and I love it to this day. Real shit.
It's amazing, man.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
So here we go. We're gonna go to the track listing. All right. So first of all, we got 18 tracks here.
Yeah.
Decent amount of track. It didn't go too much into the deep track listing. It wasn't too little. 18 was about right around that time. We got Bangladesh. He makes a huge impact on this record.
Man, coming to
Bangladesh
America,
makes a huge impact on this record.
The Mozart sample on that shit,
brother man. We're gonna get there. Oh, brother man.
God, yo.
We got Shaka Zulu on the record. We got Mike Johnson, P. King. We got Ludacris and I-20. We got Organized Noise, Swizz Beatz, Timberland, and Shaka Zulu. That do the production on this record. But the majority, the lion's share goes to Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's crazy.
So we'll start with track one, Coming to America, like you said.
Yeah.
You kind of gave us an introduction to that record, but how did you feel about that when it came out? How does it live now?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. The first, because of my introduction to it, at the age I was, I kind of shied away from it for like the first, maybe the first couple years. Yeah. You know, I listened to the whole thing for the first time, but after that, I was like, nah, it's too abrupt for me. You know, it was too crazy for me. Yeah. Then later on, as I got a little older,
you can accept it a little bit more.
Oh,
it's
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So lyric for lyric, he's going crazy on it. He's
wow.
And just the amount of shit they're talking the whole time.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying about Luda.
I love it, yo. I love it.
Luda has a certain bravado to him too. Like, I mean, the thing is, like, his music is very witty and very animated. We know this, but if you listen to what he's saying, sometimes it's like that nigga was you know what I'm saying? Like, he was talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he used to get crazy, man.
Facts, bro.
So definitely, as I got older, I got into it, and it slowly became one of my favorite tracks from this album. You know, it's even just as the intro. You know, that's
it's brash.
That's a wild way to start an album.
Bro. I'm saying, bro. But Luda takes those chances with his music, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like his visuals, his music, the content. Yeah. He pushes the envelope, man. He always did.
Definitely one of the biggest risk takers. You know,
definitely
at the time.
Definitely. Especially around that time too.
Yeah.
Track 2, we got Roll Out. My Business, produced by Timberland.
Yeah.
One of the lead singles off the record. I believe it was released October 18, 2001. So it was probably the second single after Area Code. This album. Yeah. So talk about Roll Out. How'd you feel about that one?
Oh man, I loved it. It's the reason, like I said before, it's the reason I bought the album. Right. It's the whole reason. When that video dropped, it was like the visuals on that shit.
For a youngster to see those videos around that time, he knew how to grab the youngsters, yo.
Yeah.
Because everything around that time, niggas were taking themselves very seriously. It was a like a rebirth, as you could say, but it still was very dark. Like there was still like a dark shade over things a little bit. And then things started to brighten up a bit around that time when Ludacris and certain dudes came around. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Extremely creative. Extremely
100%.
creative. Not just, and the thing is, the video has so much creativity in it, and just it's so animated, but it's wild for the video to have that and for the content and the lyrics to match. You know?
And then the flow.
It,
that song right there is underrated in terms of the flow. Luda, for him to go in and out of a da 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 da. We rhyme. You know what I'm saying? We rhyme. For you to go from that to that with like an accent or whatever it is you got going on or whatever slang you got going, that's just not easy. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta.
He easily became known for his flow. Easily became known. I remember who was it? It was Corey Guns.
Yeah.
It was on a Lil Wayne song. I forgot which Lil Wayne song it was, but he said something, you'll be all over the flow like Ludacris or something like that. And I was like, ooh, that shit is that explains it, you know, that describes it well.
It's real. He knows, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just real.
You know?
Like Luda was able to like just in that song alone, he was flexing on a lot of rappers with that flow. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of rappers, especially around that time, that could do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's a couple songs on this album that and this is one of them that make me feel like there's no way he could have like started writing and just like, you know, just did it like that. I often feel like he listens to the beat and does the melody first,
right?
And then kind of fills the melody in with the writing. You know, because man, you got to be OD talented to just start writing and still get that melody.
100%.
You know, bro, it's like you can be.
That song right there shows you that to take the chances to like with the flow that he did, going back and forth with the flow, and then you got to come up with a hook, and not only come up with a hook, but come up with a hook that's catchy. And he's the one doing it, and it has to be melodious with the beat that you're going with. And that beat is simple. To find something to sing along with that, and it's catchy, and then go back into the flow again, and then be animated in the video. Ludacris is like a jack of all trades when it comes to this shit.
Yeah.
And he showed it in that one song.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's how I felt about Rollout, man. Dun, 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 dun. Yo. Timbo, wild the fuck out with this.
Timbo was flexing on that beat.
Yeah, definitely. Like what? And it shows the, you know, I guess the respect he had for Ludacris at the time.
Right.
Because that is absolutely crazy. And to give that to and at the time Ludacris is fairly new. You know, he's fairly new. He had Back for the first time.
That's
this
right.
will be a second one, and you just like, yo, this is crazy. I'm going to give this to you. I'm going to trust you with this, you know?
And I feel like with Rollout, like I think that was because you know Timberland and the Neptunes have always had that thing, that those Virginia producers, monuments of producers. And I feel like they, for a long time, they were always using certain artists to like have a low-key competition amongst each other.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I think that when they heard them both, this might have been the answer to that. You know what I'm saying? Just like,
word. Okay.
We got to start flexing too, because what they did with Throw Them Bows is amazing. It's like, you know, like they had to like flex too. So, you know, like I think it was dope.
That makes so much sense. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Track 3, we got Go to Sleep. Produced by Bangladesh. Yeah, man.
This is fight music, yo. This
is I-20
fight music, man.
Hey, Wilson.
Oh my god, yo.
369.
I-20 was what I really want to talk about is man, Country Black, yo.
Yes.
Country Black on this record, son.
Amazing, man.
And wow.
Wild out, man. Like, what's going on?
And one of the things I heard is because 3 6 is on this shit, and originally it was supposed to be Country Black was supposed to be one of the only features on it. You know? And I think Ludacris had he was talking to 3-6 about it or whatever. I don't know who specifically he was talking about. It was probably Juicy J or some shit like that. But and they said, yo, you can't get him alone. You know, whatever contracts they had with each other, some shit like that, it was on some like, you know, they were able to tell Ludacris, yo, if you want Country Black by himself, you have to pay this much more. If you get all of us, you get to pay a lot less.
Right.
So instead of having, you know, I feel like if Country Black would have done it by himself, it would have somehow skyrocketed his career. You know,
I think so too.
But they kind of shorted him, man. They kind of shorted him on some like, yo, they're only going to know you for being with us. You know,
that's crazy, man.
Yeah, they kind of fucked his shit up, and he was. I remember watching an interview where he was mad about that shit, yo.
Yeah,
he didn't know about it until years later. He was at he was somewhere with Ludacris, and Ludacris told him, he's like, yo, they told me that I can only get you for this amount, and if I get all of them together, all y'all together, is gonna be a lot less. So that's why. That shit is wild, but the song itself is crazy. The song itself is fucking that shit is
even
yo.
Like,
I hear
like,
that shit
like
to this
Still
day.
Still Fly.
Okay.
You got Crunchy on that joint. Like everybody's waiting for Crunchy's part. Everybody's waiting for like that's the part we're waiting for. His part.
Exactly.
Like that. It's like, you know, like I feel like they held him back for real. Yo, he had there was something to it. There was something to him. He had like a certain type of, you know, like finesse with the way he was doing it too. You know,
it was something people were looking for at the time. You know, almost like that deep south accent, that deep south feel. You know, and at the moment he had it. You know. Ludacris is deep south. Ludacris does have that feel, but at the same time, it's not like he doesn't have like the deep accent with it.
Right.
You know?
It's true. Because
and Country Black had that shit.
Even in the cadence and the way he said certain things, like Luda knew when to say girls. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like he knew when to say, like he just knew what to do. Like there's certain times Luda just knew when to put it, you know. So.
Exactly. You know, it
Track
was,
4.
Okay.
Oh no. We'll wait. Hey, you want to add anything else on to Go to Sleep?
Go to Sleep. That shit is an anthem. That shit is an anthem, man. When it's 2 a.m. and your kids don't want to go to sleep, son.
Talk about it, man.
That shit is an anthem. Throw that shit on, son. Let them know what time it is, man. That's how I feel about that shit, man.
Facts, bro. Speaking of which, perfect segue into track 4, Crybabies.
That's that shit, man.
Oh,
there's
produced by Swiss Beats.
Yeah. And like you said earlier, this is when Swiss Beats is really starting to really make his way and make his impact. And I feel like because he's on more than one track on this album, I believe, and he's definitely making his impact, yo. This is early Swiss. This is early Swiss, and he's wilding. Yo, I used to think at a time, Crybabies and Go to Sleep were kind of the same to me, you know, fight tracks and shit like that. But yo, Ludacris is rapping on this shit, son. Rapping on this shit. Man. Flip O's like Vanna White, like he's going crazy on this shit, yo. I swear, man. I got niggas scared as fuck, like when condoms break, like you open the song like that. That's crazy, son. He's crazy going off through the whole thing.
Nah, he did his thing, yo. Like I mean that. There's certain tracks I'm telling you, like you gotta like even this one, it's like he's rapping, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's not like you're used to this coming from like because people have to remember like the rappers that were out in the South during this time.
Rappers that were out in the South during this
You
time.
weren't getting. Not to say that there wasn't lyricists in the South, but you kind of had to know what was going on in the South to understand that type of lyricism.
Yeah.
Ludacris is one of the Southern rappers that made it tangible globally what was going on in the South. You know what I'm saying? Like, he made that tangible for everybody. Like, it was and this is like one of those records where he does that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
and he was definitely able to open doors, especially for me, because I think I was one of those people at a certain time. I was like, nah, I'm all about lyrics. I'm all about bars and shit like that. Y'all don't really got that, you know? And even me having, because I have a whole bunch of family from the South. A lot of my family on my mom's side is from Mississippi and shit. So even me with that, I was still trying to play this whole East Coast thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and all the nigga really had to say was like, okay, so what about Ludacris? And I'm like, okay, that's a
yeah, shit. That's what you're like.
That's you got that one. You got that one. Or even so,
word.
About Outkast, you know, and I gotta be like, yeah, you got that one too, you know.
Yeah.
It's wild, son. It's wild.
Nah, he definitely did a thing on that record, yo. Track 5, She Said, produced by Organized Noise.
Yeah.
How you feel about that one, brother?
Wow, that shit is real.
Yeah.
That shit is real as fuck, yo.
Real record, man.
Just you know, we all been there, man. We all been there where some girl is telling us she's not with certain things, and we just like, yo, you lying. you lying, man. And then we find out later she actually is lying. You know?
You was with it, son. Stop playing, man. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Man. That's why niggas be like, stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
word. That shit is. So I feel like the content of that shit is on point. Who's on this track, yo? Is Lil Fate on it? I think Lil Fate's on it, right?
Got a Lil Fate on it.
This motherfucker, he said some shit, something, but you the reason why we made this song. That shit is fire, son.
Yeah, dope record, man. Dope record.
That shit is definitely fire. I found out recently that she said she never done it. She said she never tried. She's sitting there telling a motherfucking lie. Like, I originally thought this was something that, you know, Ludacris came up with himself. Turns out it's actually not a sample, but it's kind of a tribute to another Atlanta artist with a record that came out in 1997, I believe, or 6 or some shit like that, called Kilo Ali.
Yes, sir, Kilo.
Yeah. It was
legend.
It was a
Southern legend. It was Kilo Southern legend.
Yeah. Facts.
100%.
It was a track the nigga had called "Love in Your Mouth," yo.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God, I remember that shit, yo.
Yo, man.
A lot of people don't know that's where that line came from. That specific line came from Kilo Ali, man. Salute to that nigga, yo. For real.
Definitely a legend, man. Definitely a legend.
Definitely, you know. And you know, salute to Ludacris for saluting and paying homage to Atlanta legends, you know?
Yes. 100%. Like Ludacris was ahead of the curve in that way too. It was like he knew that there was going to be like this affinity for the old school Southern shit that was out, because you seen Swang came back up. Snap is a version of Crunk, which is a version of, you know what I'm saying? It just found different ways to repeat itself. And he knew like there was going to be a point where we're going to be looking back to what's going on in the South, you know, and like he paid homage a lot, yo. You know, it's dope,
you know, and it all goes along with, yo, like give your the niggas that came before you and shit like that, give everybody flowers, man.
You got to give it to them, man.
Flowers, pay homage,
especially while they're here.
Understand, you know, exactly.
Especially while they're here.
Especially while they're here.
It's a fact, yo. Next track, we got track 6. Wholeware. It's a skit. Now they say it's not included. It's not included on the censored version.
Yo,
but
to this
niggas
day,
I was outside had the version with Wholeware on it.
One of my favorite skits of all
that
time.
Skit's a legendary
every album I ever listened to, yo. Definitely one of my favorite skits. Nigga, we in the middle of Wholeware. That's my shit. That's my shit, yo. It's fucking hilarious, man.
That's
and it almost makes you feel bad about, like, albums today don't have skits like that, you know?
They don't.
They don't do this type of stuff, man.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, yo, I don't think albums today are albums.
Yeah,
People
exactly.
don't treat them like albums. They're not projects. They don't treat them like.
Exactly.
I remember what it was like when I went to go get an album, G. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like a breath of fresh air, man.
Come on, it was a moment. It was like an event. Niggas lined up to get those just like we're lined up to get J's. Like, niggas don't understand.
You damn near had to set your day aside.
Come on, man.
Get an album, you know?
Talk about it.
Yo, what you doing on Saturday, M? Yo, I'm about to go get that word of mouth, bro. So I can't do nothing Saturday.
Bro, and this is before social media.
My Saturday is done. You meet me Sunday, bro.
That's a fact, bro. That's like how you would meet up with niggas. Like you know, meet up with people like, yo, we're taking this shit. You listen to the album yet? All right, bet I'm coming through. Because they want to hear it. You want to take it in with your niggas. That's not something you want to do at home by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, don't play it. I'm coming through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, bro.
That's a fact. You know, that's a fact. That's a big fact, yo.
It's real, yo. And I think this is around the ending of that time, where it's like albums meant something. Because we're starting to get into after this, you got a few more years, then we go into the ringtone era.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kazaa and Morpheus and those things are in full swing by this point, 2001.
Exactly. Yeah.
The technological bubble is what it is, and it's about to burst. So they're finding different ways for people to consume the art. You know what I'm saying? So like the actual album itself and skits and things of that nature, they're going to be prehistoric at some point. We don't even realize it.
Yeah.
Most of the skits are like in the middle of tracks right now, or like you got to wait for the video to come out to see the skit, or something like that. Like
or not really on the song, not really on the album, but more so on the music video. You know, that's what the skits on the music video instead.
You gotta wait for the video itself to get that skit. You know what I'm saying? It's not on the record. You know, and then back in the day, like Biggie, like legendary skits like Biggie.
I shit on the bitch. That's
pun with the two bitches fighting over it. Stop. Okay, you go over here, you eat up pussy. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Those skits are legendary. You know what I'm saying? Like you waited to get to that point on the record. You know, like, and I think Ludacris still got that by that point with this one. You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course,
kids
today will never understand, like,
not understanding
how crazy it was to buy an album back then. You know, these days the album is just a bunch of songs put together,
a collection of streaming songs.
Yeah.
Playlist. You got niggas putting on playlists right now and they're switching the record on the playlist. Imagine, we're at a time now where, like, if you put it out there, you could put out a tester. And if niggas don't like that record, you could take it off real quick and put another one and see how that goes. It wasn't like that back then. We had to live with I Know What Boys Like. We had to live with that shit on niggas out. We had to live with that shit, you feel me? And we had fast forward and rewind, so you have to wait till that shit finish. So you find a way to like that record, or you gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
It meant something, the records you put on your album.
Yeah. And I felt like this is also one of the tracks that, it kind of solidifies the feel that this whole album is going for, that feel good, funny, we want to see you smile, we want to see you laugh type of shit. This is pure entertainment. This is what we want to bring out of you, with shit that's going on at the time, which, there's always some crazy shit going on. We want to see you laugh. Exactly. We want to see you laugh. We want to see you smile. you know, the shit was hilarious, you know?
Definitely, man.
And it kind of solidified it. Like I was saying before, it's like it reminds you of a fucking comedy album, you know?
Yeah.
It was so great.
It's
so
necessary,
great,
man. Like you gotta gauge people's emotions with your record too. You're taking people on an emotional roller coaster, whether you like it or whether you think so or not. It's not just entertainment.
Yeah.
Even if you're entertaining them for 16 records, you're still taking them on a ride. So like, you got to think about their emotions. Like they might need, you know, like when you're at the amusement park, you got to get off the ride at some point. You got to go use the bathroom. You got to get a drink. You got to try the other ride. Sometimes you want to go miniature golfing at the amusement park. Then you want to go on the tall ride. It's like you got to think about how people are consuming what they're listening to. You know, like so it's those things are vital.
He's checking them off, man. He's checking off those points. You know? We're going to make you laugh. By the end of this whole album, you're going to understand. You're going to realize, damn, you had a really good time.
That's right.
You know,
that's right.
And just you know, Vallejo, you know, switching all these words and shit. Yo, it was perfect. Perfect. Next track.
Perfect. And then to segue into the next song. Perfect skit to segue into Area Codes.
Yeah.
Produced by Jazzy Faye.
Son.
Featuring the late great Cuz. Nate Dogg.
Yeah. First thing we gotta say, first thing anybody gotta say is rest in peace to motherfucker.
Rest in peace, man.
The
original song, what do you call it? Songster?
Yeah. Whatever you call it, you gotta admit he was a GOAT, yo.
That's
an absolute GOAT, greatest of all time. You have to put him on a pedestal. I feel like he truly makes the song. You know, whatever Ludacris is doing, every verse great, every verse hits on point, but Nate Dogg makes the song, yo. Is it because they like my gangsta wall? Like he's killing shit, yo. He's killing shit. Every note.
And the thing is, it's like to have a Nate Dogg record on your resume is legendary as it is.
Yes.
But to have one of Nate Dogg's best hooks on your resume, puts you in a different stratosphere.
This shit had everybody thinking they could sing.
My nigga, I was shaving it back in different area. Especially that pro. Everybody trying to hit that pro doing the running shit.
Yeah.
Everybody thinking they can sing.
I think if I'm correct, I think this is one of the songs that got Ludacris on Oprah.
Yes.
You remember that shit?
Yes.
Yeah, when she started like going crazy on him.
Yeah.
And everybody was just like, yo, Ludacris is such a nice guy. Like, don't go at Ludacris.
You know when you're recording,
like, you know,
and you got exhibit A, B, and C on the table.
Yeah.
I feel like this is one of the early evidences that they had. Exhibit A.
Yeah.
Holes in different area codes. Talk about that.
And yo, there's nothing he can do. There's nothing he can do at that time. You know, you can't defend it. You know, hey, holes in different area codes. There's no way I can break that down to defend.
It's one of the best. It's one of the best hip hop records, yo. Honestly, it really is. Like,
easily.
Just like the way. And the thing about it is like that Oprah and them didn't get. This is why it's key for you to be a part. And this is for a lot of you. I want to put it out there. A lot of you commentators on the culture and bloggers and rappers and whatever else and media figures in the culture. I'll say this. It's poignant for you to actually be a part of the culture before you comment on it.
Yeah.
Because if you were actually a part of the culture, you understand there is no female that felt disrespected anytime pros came on the radio.
Yeah.
It's the exact same, I guess you could say, feeling they got when they heard DMX running down a list of their names. To you, that might seem misogynistic. It might seem like you don't understand our culture.
Mm-hmm.
And Ludacris and DMX, they're the type of people who are able to iterate that to you in a way where it's catchy and it's not disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we lost that time where it's like we could make songs like that.
songs like that
and understand where we're coming from with it. You know, as opposed to like getting so
If
offended.
that shit came out today, they wouldn't have it.
Pick it sides. Pick it
Yeah,
sides
yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
like
Outside
this.
DTP studio.
You got what? You got who?
And where?
Not in my area code. I'm telling
It's
you,
real, man.
And that's the thing. It really becomes like, yo, like this is the culture. And a lot of the times what people get misunderstood is that hip hop isn't necessarily like we're not starting shit, you know?
Right.
This is what the culture is already.
It's what it
is. You know, we could talk about killing people, shooting people, hoes on the street, you know, all these different things, but this already existed.
It already exists.
You know? These are things that existed. Hip hop it's a representation of these things. It's a mirror to these things, you know?
If we gotta live it, let us have a soundtrack to it. Let us create our own soundtrack to what we are forcing us to live.
Exactly. You know, and so many people started, ooh, it pissed me off so much when I hear these people blaming hip hop for these things and not blaming shit like, oh, the fucking government, you know?
Yeah, the policies that are in place.
The ones that put us in this type of position in the first place. You
Absolutely.
know? You can't say, oh, hip hop has us killing each other and admit, hey, the government killed Martin Luther King.
Right.
You know?
Right. Exactly.
The government put shit in place to kill Malcolm X. The government killed, you know, Huey and shit like that. You know, it's there's obviously something going on here.
That's a fact.
They put crack in the neighborhood.
Thank you.
It's like, come on, man.
Yep.
We're just saying what it is. We're just saying what it is.
And if we can find a way to intellectually articulate it by rhyming it to a rhythmic beat. And get to a point where we can get your kids to stay inside the house listening to it, as opposed to being outside trying to find something to do.
Yeah.
Don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, save the critique for something.
Exactly. You know?
We'll be all right. The culture will be okay.
And at the end of the day, it's like, be a fucking parent, you know?
Yeah.
Be a parent.
Shout out to the I'm not the role model. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, bro, it's real,
exactly, you know?
No, that's real.
That's how I feel about this beautiful, beautiful, wonderful track that I will never forget a day in my life. It is such a classic. I can play it. It's been almost 20 years. I can play it 20 years from now, and I'm sure it's
the shelf life on the area codes is amazing. The shelf life on that track. Yo, you know what I realized too? The shelf life on a lot of Ludacris's songs is really good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That verses he did with Nelly is like it. I don't want to say it proved it because we already knew, but it kind of
it just kind of put it on display.
These songs don't age like, you know.
Nah.
They don't age like that.
And I tell people this. Not to go off topic again because we got to get through it, but we're gonna get through it. We're almost there. I tell people this: if you're gonna be an artist, also try not to jump on the wave that's going on at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Hone your style and know how to be versatile.
Exactly.
Hone your style, but be versatile. I tell artists that all the time because you're gonna end up being Nelly and 50 Cent, which is amazing.
Yeah.
For the time.
Yeah.
When it comes time for the shelf life of certain things, a lot of that G-Unit shit, a lot of that same lunatic shit doesn't last going past the times that you were in. You know what I'm saying? As good as the record is. Some of it. Not all of it. Some of it. No, you're right.
I wouldn't say they got 20 songs of material, but those, like, you know, certain amount of those songs are timeless, you know.
You got no question about it. You got timeless shit coming from both of them. But I'm saying in terms of like being able to go past the times that you're in, you got to be able to like.
Yeah, definitely. When the time reached out of their era, it's like they weren't making shit like they used to. They tried to follow the same shit.
I'll give you an example. Nelly Dilemma. Classic record.
Yeah.
Classic hip hop record.
Yeah.
No question about it.
Yeah.
Ludacris, Lovers and Friends. Classic record. At the age that I'm at, the older I get, I'm gonna more be able to gravitate to Lovers and Friends.
Yeah.
Because it's hitting certain sensibilities, and there's certain instruments they're using, certain vocal projections that are going on in it.
Yeah.
It's not stuck in the times. That Dilemma track sounds very reminiscent of everything that was going on then, just based off of the downloads and the you know, like it's classic.
That's a fact.
But the older I get, it's not gonna live with me as much as something that's gonna hit the soul a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
So it's like you just got to be able to branch. But I know what you're saying, though. You know, like, yeah. We'll save that whole topic for another time. All right. So the next track we got Growing Pains, produced by P. King.
Word.
Featuring Fate and Keon Bruce.
Yeah, and speaking of like nostalgia and shit like that, this track is pure nostalgia, yo.
Yeah.
Pure nostalgia. With that I Forgot to Be a Lover sample. Oh God, yo. That
classic sample too, man.
And just going along with the content. I feel like this specific song is pure content. The beat, the instrumental is extremely good, the chorus is extremely good, but I feel like what really makes the song is that, you know, what they're talking about. The song starts off with you know, it sounds like some kids in a playground just pounding on, you know, each other's mom and shit like that.
Yeah,
you know?
Man. How's a good feel to it, man?
Such a good feel, yo. Such a good feel. And just like I said, it's so nostalgic. It reminds me of my childhood, you know, being in the playground, just running around with motherfuckers, you know, causing trouble.
I'm telling you, man. The song, that it's a song that hits home. It catches a certain type of feel, a certain type of moment, a mood. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those records. You know, those records are dope to have on your B-side. You throw in there to just keep you going. You know, it's a dope record. You know what I'm saying?
There's a moment where or not a moment, it's a lyric where Ludacris is like, as I loaded my cat gun, I was ready for action. Staring at beer cans in a moment to crack one. And yo, around that same era, we was doing the same shit.
It's a fact, man. You know what he's talking about, yo.
Same shit, son.
It's real, man. Dope record.
Yeah.
Dope record.
I liked Growing Pains.
Yeah, and then also reminiscing on like basically everything on childhood, you know, running around with some friends, you know, having certain people that were close to you that passed even at that young age, and the type of effect it has on you, you know, is wild, you know.
Definitely.
It's wild, and I definitely appreciate this track for everything it is.
100%.
You know? Definitely.
Dope record, man.
Yeah.
Track 9, Greatest Hits. It's a skit. Wasn't included on the censored version.
Yeah.
Another skit, pointed skit on the record.
Absolutely hilarious. That's the shit with the It's really a bunch of black people trying to act like white people that act like black people. You know, you can tell it's a bunch of black people acting like white people. Trying to act like white people. It's mad funny, son.
Definitely.
What's it? Give it to me now. Give it to me now. Give it to me.
Yo, Luda's stupid,
but
man.
It goes along what we were saying before, you know, just ensuring your audience has a good time, ensuring your audience is laughing, and you know, they're just able to feel good, you know.
Absolutely.
It makes it.
Growing Pains isn't so much animated as it is a feel good record.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, some of his animated records make you feel good, but this is more of a feel good in a different way. It's not so animated. So it's dope to have this coming after again. I'm telling you, it's like that amusement park where it's like after you go there, you want to get okay, it's time to go do something again. Here we go. And then, you know, like
it's wonderful, man. It's wonderful. I love this so much, yo.
Yes, sir.
It's a little less than Whole Where is.
Yeah.
I still love it the same. You know, I still love
Still
it.
dope record. Still dope record.
That nostalgia. You know, I'm at the time of my life where I'm just starting to in Lower East Side is where I come from.
Right.
And it's 2001. It's that same area where it's being gentrified, you know?
Right.
And, you know, white people are starting to move in. I'm starting to realize, okay, this is what white people are like. I'm understanding this. And then I hear this song or this skit, and I'm like, this is real. you know? So I'm able to have a real laugh with this shit. You know, it's not just, you know, oh, this is a little funny. No, this is real. Ha ha ha. You know?
100%. 100%, man. Next record, track 10.
Yeah.
Produced by KLC.
Oh my God, yo.
One of the hypest.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What I seen this track do in the club.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The situations I seen in this track cause in the club.
Yo,
the niggas I done knocked out to this song in the club.
You telling me, son. This is one of these rap songs, yo. Move, bitch, yo.
Get out the way.
One of these rap songs that can form a fucking mosh pit. You know?
Oh my gosh, I've seen it happen.
Just like a fucking. Before this, I've only seen fucking DMX songs do this type of shit. You know?
It's a fact.
This is one of those songs that can form a fucking mosh pit. You know, you can play this anywhere and people know it. It's become an anthem. It's become like, yo, fuck this annoying ass motherfucker over here.
Yes, sir.
You know, move, bitch. You know, as a matter of fact,
it's not a game. That track. Yeah. Like it's like we all been there.
Yeah,
this is bumping you. The crowd's too. The club is hot.
Yeah.
Females is fronting on you. Security don't want to let you in. They don't want to let your niggas in. You pass the security guard thinks you snuck something, so he's checking you too.
Fact.
We all been there. You know what I'm saying? That record is, you release that tension when you get in that club and this record comes on. All that tension, you release it.
It's almost it can almost be like, as far as reasoning, it's almost a miscellaneous record. Like, you can use it for anything that's irritating you. As a matter of fact, the amount of longevity this record has, when you say classic, you have to realize classic means timeless. And this is 1,000% such a timeless record. And it's so timeless. A couple months ago, on Manhattan Bridge here in New York, there were protesters. They were trying to cross the Manhattan Bridge, right? Cops do they regular cop shit. They block them off from both sides, right? The protesters, out of fucking nowhere, start singing "Move, Bitch."
Yep.
Do you understand how crazy that is?
It's insane, man.
That's for you to, if I made a record and 20 years later people are using it for whatever situation they're in, I'm feeling like
I'm a revolutionary cry, bro.
Exactly. It's a
real,
blessing, yo. It's so real.
It is.
It's so real.
Especially when people can take a different angle with the energy that you had at the time.
Yeah.
You might not necessarily be at that point no more. You might be where they are, but they can take what you did and find that energy, and make it the battle cry for going forward.
Exactly.
It's amazing, man. It's beautiful.
And obviously, originally, it's it was the road rage anthem. You know?
Yeah,
it was
I'm doing 100 on the highway. If you do the speed limit, get the fuck out of my way.
Highway, exactly, yo. I used to ride around with my sister all the time, and out of everybody I know, she had like the most road rage, yo. I remember one time I had fell asleep in the back seat. I'm young as shit. I fell asleep in the back seat, and I'll wake up to this song playing, and she's yelling at motherfuckers out the window. You know? So it like I said, it brings you back to a certain moment, and every time I hear it, it brings me back to that moment. She's like out the window, like get the fuck out of my way, you know?
Yeah, man. Oh, bitch. Everybody wants. Everybody said that at least once in their life.
Yeah. And of course, we got to talk about this fucking mystical feature, yo.
Yes.
He goes crazy on this shit from the time, like before his verse even starts. He's watch it,
Bro.
and you know it's about to be something crazy, yo.
No, MR, real shit. I see niggas get their face tore up in the club.
Oh yeah,
when Mystical part comes on in the track.
Oh
bro.
yeah,
like
that's the part.
I-20 part's fire, but it's not the same energy as with Mystical. Like,
yeah.
Bitch, move. You see them headlights? It's just like, it's different, bro.
Bitch, move. You see them headlights? You hear that fucking cry? Like, yo, he's I feel like his style was made for this specific song, you know?
And again, another part of being an MC is knowing who to put on your record.
Yeah.
And Ludacris knows what records to jump on. He gets it.
Exactly who to put on there.
I've never seen Ludacris on a record. I'm sure there's records now or like later on in his career where it's like, you know, when Cal was doing a million Posse records and DJ John was doing a million Posse records. I'm not really talking about those. I'm talking about like coming out, putting out your album and figuring out who you want on your record.
Yeah.
He's one of the best when it comes to features and then being featured on someone else's record. Look at the songs going back. Raphael Sadiq, you know what I'm saying? A Bobby V. It's like the perfect tracks. You know what I'm saying? He always finds up on the perfect tracks.
Definitely. He knows exactly what to do, man. And I feel like I-20 isn't he's not appreciated enough, man.
He's not, bro. Fuck you mean? Talk that shit. He's not appreciated, man. Shout out to I-20, bro.
On a lot of good shit, man.
Yo, I-20 had a track back then, yo. If I remember it, oh my gosh, yo, that shit was fire.
Yeah.
Oh man, what was that I-20 joint? Yeah, well, I'll figure it out. I'll mention it at a later date because that's gonna kill it. But yeah, shout out to
that's what I'm saying, man. He's not
DTP
appreciated to that type of point, man. But he went off too. He definitely went off too. That was another perfect person to put on that track. So.
Definitely.
You know, it's like I was saying, it's beyond the anthem, and it deserves all the flowers, everything it needs. It's definitely one of the goats of down south music, of rap in general, you know?
Yes, sir. No question. All right, we're gonna go through this because I want to get your track played. I want to talk about the music you got going on too. So we're gonna get through this here. We got track 11, again not featured on the censored version, a skit, Stop Lying. So Ludacris obviously was very made a point of having the skits on the record, which is dope. You know what I'm saying? Because we need that. You know what I'm saying? We need that energy. Track 12, Saturday, featuring Sleepy Brown, produced by Organized Noise. How you feel about Saturday?
Definitely. The sound of that shit, man.
Bro.
The sound of that shit is perfect. The sound of that shit is absolutely perfect, man. It's just hits, man.
Yeah.
Everything about it is just
the flow again with this dude Ludacris, man. Fill my cup.
The way he structured.
Yeah, his bars, man.
The way he organized his verses. Like I said before, it makes me think like he came up with a melody first.
Yes.
And then said, okay, let me fill this in. Because it's amazing how you could be all over the place.
Yeah.
And still be so much in the pocket. You know? Just so much in the pocket. It's fucking crazy. You know? And then just, and then switch it up to a whole nother thing. It's like,
and then his cadence and the words he's using, like again, the animation on certain lyrics to make it catchy for people to want to say that lyric, or he gets it. And I think it has a lot to do with him being a DJ prior to him being a rapper.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
The curation process of a lot of songs that get on the radio.
He knows what sounds good.
He knows what people want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, track 13.
Yeah.
Keep It on the Hush, produced by Jazzy Faye, featuring Jazzy Faye. How you feel about that one?
Another very real track. You fucking with a girl, and I think the best thing for him to do was keep this this element, almost keeping it centered around a church vibe.
Yeah, man.
It's so dope. It's so cool, and it's so real. You know.
Yes, sir.
I've been in certain churches. Like I grew up in a church. I've been around churches and shit like that where everybody be fucking around, but because of reputation and shit like that, everybody wants you to
it's real.
Don't say nothing to nobody. And we've all been in that position where we might be fucking with somebody. And it's like, yo, understand what this is.
What's going on right now?
Don't tell nobody nothing, keep it on the hush. And just the whole feel of the song is so smooth, yo. It's this one, and it's another track that's coming up a little later that's so smooth. And during my teen years, I was definitely fucking to these songs, yo. During my teen years, I was definitely fucking to these type of songs, yo. Just smooth as shit, yo. I swear.
Dope records, man. Dope record.
Yeah.
Track 14. Word of Mouth Freestyle.
Yeah.
Featuring Shaka Zulu.
Damn. I feel like the main thing to say this, first and foremost, it's one of my favorite freestyles of all time. I don't care, including whoever the fuck I don't care. It's definitely one of it, because it's so out there. The things these niggas are saying is so out there. But I want to make a point to say, 4 Eyes kind of, I don't want to say he bodied Ludacris on this shit,
bro,
but he kind of bodied Ludacris on this shit.
4 Eyes left Earth on this freestyle, bro.
He was wild. What the
Come on. Fire.
Man, I kill you, smoke a blunt and forget where I put you. Yo, oh my God, son. He was going crazy on this shit. And in such a the flow was perfect. He's doing this shit in such a smooth way. Ludacris goes first, and he feels like he kills the shit. Then for 4 Eyes to come on and do what he did, it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. I love the track so much. I play it. I think I damn near play it all the time.
One of the better freestyles to be added on a record too.
Yeah.
He even understood that. He even understood to have a freestyle. The freestyle record on like the Legends did. You know what I'm saying?
And obviously it's very rare that an artist puts a freestyle on a record. No hook, no this, no that.
Right.
And just throw it on there and it just blends in with.
That's like the Big L 98 freestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
It's real.
It just
to throw that on a record,
the whole feel. It just blends in. No complaints about it being there whatsoever. I love it so much.
And a statement track too. Let you guys know that I'm a lyricist too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course.
Let y'all know what time it is. If y'all need a freestyle, we can do the freestyle thing too.
Through the whole fucking shit, he's saying, listen, I can rap with you niggas.
That's a fact.
I can rap with you niggas. And not only can I rap with you niggas, I got niggas that can rap with you.
That can rap with you. I can call niggas rap with you niggas too. Oh, get your mans. I'm gonna get my mans.
Exactly.
That's a fact.
It was crazy.
That's a fact. Track 15, produced by Bangladesh. Get the fuck back.
I feel like my favorite verse on this shit is I-20. Ludacris goes off.
Feature I-20, Lil Fate. Yes, sir, and Shauna.
Yeah, and Shauna too. And Shauna goes off too.
She does. Shout out to Shauna. Absolutely.
Fucking this motherfucker I-20 goes off, son. He says some shit like, yo, infamous, I'm a value meal. I come with the coke. I was like, what, son? Oh my God! But
I like that. I like that.
It's a part of what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of I feel like with as much praise this album gets, it's still underrated. Ludacris is an underrated rapper, and a lot of these features are extremely underrated. You know,
Definitely.
they don't get a lot of praise, but they need to get a lot of praise.
Luda really had a stable of rappers.
Yeah.
Because people gotta understand, DTP was not just this thing where it's like, you know, you're a rapper and then now you gotta bring your niggas on. He actually had people that could rap, like, and had talent past just what DTP was.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Definitely. Track 16, Freaky Thanks, produced by Bangladesh. Featuring Twista and Jagged Edge.
That's another one of those. That's another one of them smooth joints, man. I was definitely fucking to these shits when I was in my teen years, man.
That's a fact, bro. It's going down.
Yo, Jagged Edge did a fucking job on this song.
Yeah.
Jagged Edge did a job on this song. They went off. They went off.
And Twista feature's always a Twista feature. You know what I'm saying?
I felt like whenever Twista is on a song, the artist he's on it with, it gives them a chance to, you know, kind of upgrade their flow. And I feel like that happened with Ludacris a little bit.
Yes,
not necessarily upgrade, but try another area as far as that fast line and shit, you know. I definitely feel like he went for it and he did good. You know, he did really good with that shit, man. And for future times where he would try that as well, I feel like this is one of the first times where he really like, okay, let's try this. You know, I can put the right words in the right place that these can roll off the tongue at a quick motion, you know, and still keep and people can do that. Like you have Busta Rhymes that did it with the it was the Lil Wayne and Chris Brown shit. Busta Rhymes did it, but Busta Rhymes did it with the I gotta go and I gotta get it and I gotta get it and the content was like, it was fire, but the content was a little too miscellaneous. You got Ludacris in this situation, and he's giving you real content.
Actual content. There's actual content.
Yeah.
And not even so much just content, but it's like a theme. There's a theme to the song.
Exactly. He's giving
niggas who rap and write. We know you don't take that for granted. Being able to like make these tracks and then put, again, he's been doing this the entire record, but with Twista on it now, it's like he did his thing, man.
Yeah, easily.
Real shit.
It's fucking crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. He really, he went off. I love that. I love that song. Like I said before, I was definitely fucking to this shit, man. it almost reminds me of oh man, what is this song, yo? I'm having a fucking brain fart right now. Shit. And son, it sounds like the bed is squeaking and shit like that. It's
isn't that what it is, yo? What's up? Isn't that what?
Yeah, what it is, yo. What's up? Oh, that's that shit, man. It almost gives me that same type of feel, you know. Just
the same feel.
The song for the ladies, another feel good song, another, you know, something to get you in that mood for these women and shit like that, and get women in the mood more so. You know what I'm saying?
Checking down the boxes, yo. I gotta be able to take care of the female demographic. Check.
Exactly.
Dope, man. Track 17, Cold Outside. Produced by Juke, featuring Shimry.
It was this fucking track, son. I feel like this one truly, by the time I got to this track, it was already solidified, but I feel like it solidified even more when I heard this track for the first time, because it reminded me so much of New York, you know? There ain't no one to trust but me, and I gotta make sure that I take care of my family. Ain't no choices because it's cold outside, and you hear the wind blowing in the background and shit. It was so tasteful to the point where it's like, yo, this reminds me of here. Like winter here, or more so fall here, when that wind starts coming in and you realize, okay, it's back to the grind. It's back to the grind. I gotta do this, you know.
With your neighbors.
At one point,
Toronto over here, we got the same weather. So like every time they talk about that cold shit, and like, you know, like I completely felt. That's why we growing up over here, we loved the Mobb Deep, because that spoke to like how it felt out here too. You know what I'm saying? Like those cold nights on the block all night, shit. Like it's real, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No, it comes to the point where it's like, yo, we gotta grind. You know, we gotta grind. We gotta hustle. We out here. We gotta get this money. And I feel like that's mostly what this track has in it. You know, just that it brings up that whole, I don't want to say struggle feel, but an element of that where it's like, yo,
the hustle feel, man.
In order to not be in this, I'm gonna do exactly what I have.
I'm gonna grind. That's a fact.
I'm gonna do exactly what I have to do. At some point, he's like, "Yo, I'm what he said. I'm outside smoking herb because my boss is getting on my motherfucking nerve, but I gotta make it because it's cold outside." It's like, yo, like that shit is real. It's real, relatable as fuck, man. It's relatable as fuck, and I love this record, yo.
And that's another thing about Luda too. He had that element too, checking off the boxes. Like he made sure there was a relatability.
He can make sure everybody feels this shit. Everybody's gonna feel this shit. You know,
100%. 100%. We're at the end of the album, brother. We made it. We're at track 18. Block Lockdown includes the hidden track "Welcome to Atlanta." Produced by Bangladesh. Clean version. On this record also featured I-20. Talk about that, brother.
Yeah. Block Lockdown is fucking ridiculous. I didn't know. First time I heard this track, I thought Cold Outside was the last track. And it got into Block Lockdown.
Yeah.
And I was like, son, the fucking instrumental, yo.
Fam.
Bangladesh needs all the fucking praise for this. That's when it starts this dun 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 dun.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my son,
crazy, man. It's crazy.
Dun, 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 dun. And then it goes into the shit, and it's like, son, this is fucking one of the best instrumentals on this album, and
definitely, no question,
fucking ridiculous. And they start going crazy on it. They easily just start going crazy on it. You know, I got my phone on lockdown. About to over his old block down. Doing and Chris show him how the South sound. And that's like, son, what the fuck? Going crazy on this shit.
Track's fire, bro.
Man, I love it so much. This is like really, really, really one of my favorite joints on this album. And I could easily say that about any of these shits because that's just how good the album is. And then to hear Welcome to Atlanta after that shit.
Right after.
You know? And it's just, and Welcome to Atlanta is another track where that instrumental is just classic. So fucking ridiculous. You know?
Classic. It goes down
I swear. Like
and it's a dope record to end the album with too.
Yes, exactly. You know, because at the end of the day, that's the element of the album in the first place. And this is the era where they're still introducing you, or they're beginning to introduce you to, yo, this is Atlanta. You know, this is Atlanta. This is the South. This is the feel that we're trying to bring to you. You know, this feel good shit. You know, it's different from what y'all doing, but you're going to learn to appreciate this. You know?
100%.
It really wrapped it up beautifully. It really wrapped
up a beautiful album, man.
Yeah.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. Give it a rating out of 5. What would you rate it out of 5? Going back thinking about it now. Objectively speaking.
Damn. If I don't know, man, you ask me, I'm going to give it. Listen, every fucking song, I love.
It's a dope record,
every
man.
song I absolutely love.
Absolutely.
For me, this is one of the perfect albums. You know, I would give it a 5. I would definitely.
Then we're going
I would
5.
give it a 5, man. Like this is if I'm talking to somebody who's never listened to any type of hip hop whatsoever or anything like that, this is one of the ones where I'm like, yo, I would give them something else first, but then I'd be like, yo, but there's this whole nother area.
You got to take this in.
Have to know, you know, and this is it. It's just fun. It's fun throughout the whole album, even the more so serious tracks. It's still fun, from the lyrics to the instrumental to the hook. Everything about it is just, you know, it's a good time. It's really a good time throughout the whole thing. I would definitely give it a 5. I wouldn't skip anything on this album. Yeah,
I respect it, yo, because if I got, we did it already. We covered it. One of my favorite records of all time, if not my favorite album of all time, is De La Soul, The Grind Day.
Yeah.
I would give that a 5.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, so I just know. You got to give them their flowers when they're here, yo. If it's a 5 to you, it's a 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is.
That's a fact.
What would you say on the record, the 3 tracks that lived the best, and the 3 that didn't live so good?
Man, yo.
If you had to choose, I know it's a tough question, but 3 that you would throw away, 3 that you would keep for sure.
It hurts to do that, yo. It hurts to do that, man.
I know.
Because the singles, as far as Rollout, Area Codes, Move Bitch, and Saturday.
Yes.
Okay. These are the 4 singles.
Yes.
But if I only have to choose 3 of those 4 singles, I gotta keep Area Codes because of Nate Dogg.
Legendary.
You know, he shitted on us.
Yes.
Shitted on us.
It's a classic hook. It goes into like the top 5 he's done probably.
And that little bridge he got, easily one of the best in the world. Easily. So I gotta keep that one. Obviously, Move Bitch is we can't even question that one. It's legendary. There automatically. Saturday and Rollout, both legendary, both did what they gotta do. But that fucking instrumental and the way he's flowing on it, I gotta go with Saturday. I gotta go with Saturday. I gotta go with Saturday. I gotta go with Saturday.
I swear to God, I knew you were gonna say Rollout. But that's dope though. That's dope. Because honestly, I'm taking Saturday too.
It's just bumping, yo. With
you know what Saturday has over Rollout?
Brown is Saturday.
Yeah. That's it right there.
Crazy.
That's it. That's what Saturday has over Rollout for me is the hook.
Yeah.
If I'm putting him, he wins by eyebrow hair.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know what I'm
saying? But Saturday just it's bumping, you know. It's too much, you know.
A lot of elements going on in that track, and the flow's still there, the cadence, everything.
God damn, the 3 I would leave. Ooh, that hurts, man.
I know.
That hurts. Go to Sleep would probably be one of them.
Okay.
Only because, like I was saying before, it at a time I felt like it matches up with Crybaby as Crybaby as almost the same song, but with Crybaby's verse for verse, he's just going on crazy. I love Go to Sleep, but if I had to leave something, it would be Gone Too. And obviously, I'm not gonna count any of the skits and shit like that. Damn. Work. Nah. Keep It on the Hush. I might leave that out. You know, I love it so much, but we already got Freaky Things, and Freaky Things is hitting that same. It's hitting that same notch that that shit is hitting. And damn, that last one is I don't know. Can I? Let me get rid of Welcome to Atlanta as the bonus track because it's already on.
Nah, no worries, you're good.
Free shit and all that, so it's like, you know, we don't need it necessarily.
Honestly, it's too hard. This album's too good. It's too hard for it to find 3 records that you're gonna throw off of this one. So
exactly. So it hurts me to even say that, you know.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah. All right, brother. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a quick break, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna play your track because you're also an artist. Makes incredible music. So I want you to please introduce this record that you brought for us, and let them know.
All right, man. I just play it from here. Yeah. That's called Just a Battle Rapper. I'm about to I'm premiering it here now, because nobody's ever heard it before. No one's ever heard this track before. I'm premiering it here now.
You heard it here first on the Uncle Buzz Show.
Fact.
You heard it here first on the Uncle Buzz Show. You know what I'm saying? That's love.
You know, album is called Jewels in the Crown. Drops in November. You know,
excellent.
I wanted to drop it last year, but there was so much more I wanted to do with it, so I'm going to drop it this year. Drops November 17th. I got more Trey 30 on there. I got Dizzy Spades on there, and a lot of other really, really great artists. You know, so stay tuned for that.
Brother, man, this was a pleasure.
Yeah,
as always. You're gonna come back. We're gonna do more of these. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna leave a link for them to check out your music again. Thank you very much for stopping by, bro. Real shit.
No problem, bro. Salute, man. Salute to you, man. Everything that you're doing. Dope podcast, dope everything you got going on. Much respect to you. You know, many blessings, bro. Many blessings. May
that's love, bro.
Much success. May much success come to you and everything you're doing. Also, my condolences about your grandmother. You know, life is real, bro. Life is real. My uncle just passed maybe a couple weeks ago. I had to split and go down to Mississippi. Thank you so much. You know, the next couple of days that I found out and shit, it was wild. So I definitely understand, bro. Real shit, man. But much salute to you, man.
It's important that brothers get chances to do productive things like this while we get the chance to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like we're under attack out there. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, life is real anyways. So if you can link up with your brothers and get something productive done, my friends, do it.
Exactly.
Amar, I appreciate you. Thank you, my friend.
Much salute to you, bro.
Shout out to the old college. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be season 7 out there. You know what I'm saying?
I also want to see you on more King of the Dot cards, bro. On the main stage.
We'll get there.
On the main stage.
We're going to get there. We're going to get there. We're going to make it. We're going to make it, bro. I appreciate you. Everybody, once again, thank you for tuning in to the Uncle Buzz Show. If you haven't, once again, please download the Apex Radio app and follow us on all social platforms. I am Uncle Buzz. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next week. Peace and love.
Peace and love.